This morning, we're learning more about the rock fall at Yosemite National Park that killed one hiker and injured another. You'll hear from other climbers who heard and saw it all happen. And you might see these new signs if you're driving on Interstate 5 in Redding. We'll tell you how this part of the interstate became dedicated to the late country music singer Merle Haggard. Straight ahead on Daybreak.
This is Daybreak, your morning news source. From the North State to the North Coast. Get the facts right.
Checking your drive to work. Traffic is moving smoothly there on Highway 32 at Main Street in downtown Chico. But I'm checking the CHP website. There is a collision at State Route 44 and Shingle Creek Lane in Shasta County. So be advised, a vehicle may have rolled over on State Route 44 in Shasta County. Welcome to Daybreak. It is 6:01 on this Thursday. I'm Kelly Somm. Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger is here to tell us how hot it's going to get this afternoon. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Kelly. If you like the weather we've seen this week, you're going to like the weather today. Really no big changes temperature-wise across the board over Northern California, although one of the big changes is the fact that we do have some of that fog along the coast. We'll take a look at that in a second, but right now you can see about 54 in Redding, 59 for Chico, and there you can see in the 30s for many of us in the higher elevations right now. 38 in Hayfork, 52 in Crescent City. That's also the case in Eureka. There's that fog along the coast. Just be sure to allow yourself some extra time this morning getting the kids to school, yourself to work. You've got some dense fog up and down the coast right now. Conditions will improve though as you start heading inland, and I do expect improving conditions for most of us along the coast this afternoon, but probably still some patchy fog out there even through the day. Low 90s for your highs today for the valley, looking at plenty of sunshine through the afternoon, and there of course you can see that fog this morning, looking at partly cloudy skies for the afternoon. Temperatures on average in the mid 60s, although we could see some upper 60s depending on how quickly that fog decides to burn off. Kelly.
We're following new developments at Yosemite National Park this morning. Today, we're expecting to learn more about the hiker who was killed when a giant chunk of granite broke loose from the face of El Capitan. Reporter Amicia Ramsey spoke to other park goers about what they heard and saw.
It's a popular climbing route on the east buttress of El Capitan. Climbers at Yosemite Valley say they typically look forward to take on the waterfall route. These guys say they had it on their bucket list until now.
It's one of the more moderate routes. It's a lower in grade, not as high danger factor, which is kind of how aid climbing ratings work, but clearly a loose, fragile rockfall zone that's clearly like objective hazard right now.
People nearby say they could hear it and see it.
Like immediately I was pretty concerned about it. I had friends on different routes in the area. Essentially until the rocks stopped moving, the whole time I was swearing and saying, oh my God, I'm so worried about the people at the base.
We just heard a big noise and saw the rockfall, yeah. Big, gigantic rockfall. First you're just like shocked, you know, like there was not really that much going on.
A few people even capturing photos moments after it happened.
It was an extremely large event. It was huge. Yeah, basically immediately I was thinking I'd be surprised if everybody came out unscathed.
People who saw it say park rangers and search rescue got there quickly.
Yeah, we stayed there to kind of see. Yeah, they were really quick. I was really impressed by that. Yeah, they were so quick and they were there and the helicopter came.
That was Amicia Ramsey reporting. A park spokesman said between 20 and 25 people died last year in Yosemite National Park from falls, drownings, and other accidents. In Butte County, police are searching for suspects in a shooting that happened at a Chico neighborhood in broad daylight. We were there just after it happened around 1 p.m. Police found a man in his 40s with a gunshot wound near Garden Park Drive and Ceres Avenue. They say they have several leads and one person of interest, but they haven't arrested anyone. If you have information, call Chico Police. Redding now has a lasting tribute to the late country music singer Merle Haggard. These signs now mark the Interstate 5 overpass at Highway 44 in Redding. The state Senate approved a concurrent resolution sponsored by State Senator Ted Gaines designating that part of Interstate 5 is Merle Haggard Memorial Overpass. No state money was used. Instead, the money for the signs was raised privately by Q97 DJs Billy and Patrick. There will be a dedication ceremony on October 25th when members of Haggard's family have been invited to officially unveil the signs. Haggard lived in Palisadro near Redding for several years before his death last year on his 79th birthday. The founder of the Playboy empire has died at age 91. We'll take a look back at Hugh Hefner's life and how other celebrities are reacting to the news. And a tax code overhaul is in the works. We'll tell you how the president's plan could affect you. That's coming up on Daybreak.
One more day of above average temperatures, especially in the valley, but we do expect a drop in our temperatures, even a chance for some showers, especially for the mountains. Details coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching KRCR News Channel 7 Daybreak.
We've got 29 reasons.
29.
29.
29.
You'll be going crazy in the best way we mean, because Tori's serving up 29 different deals and steals on Friday, September 29th.
29 on 29. This is gonna be epic.
Friday on GMA.
In a worry-free Toyota, fun is right around the corner. Get $3,000 cash back on the 34 miles per gallon RAV4 hybrid. Toyota Safety Sense and Toyota Care comes standard. Toyota, let's go places.
The best suit you'll ever own is the one you design yourself. One that fits you perfectly. With personalized details, the finest Italian fabrics, and it's made right here in America.
Custom suits by Joseph Abood, exclusively at Men's Warehouse.
A lifetime of love, you lived a lifetime of love. You gave more than I hoped for, all I ever dreamed of. With every memory you filled up my heart with a lifetime of love.
Allen and Dahl Funeral Chapel.
Welcome to another stellar season at the Neighborhood Actors Summer Fun Repertory Theater, who, due to lack of wing space, spends their downtime around a hippie-turned-techies van. With the artistic director retiring and the rest of the troupe barely grasping sanity, you won't want to miss a side-splitting moment of the Riverfront Playhouse's production of 2 on the Aisle, 3 in a Van, written by Mary Lynn Dobson and directed by Samantha Fork. September 16th through October 14th. Get your tickets now at the Cascade Theater box office or online at cascadetheater.org. Warning: contains strong language and may not be suitable for younger viewers.
If you've been turned down for a mortgage because of credit or tax return issues, Cash Call Mortgage now has credit and income-solving mortgages with no closing costs. Just call 877-890-CASH and we'll work with you to find a solution to your mortgage issues.
What secret spot will you discover in a new Toyota? Right now, get 0% financing on Highlander. Toyota Safety Sense and Toyota Care comes standard. Toyota, let's go places.
This portion of the news sponsored in part by Lumberjack's Restaurant. Now, your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger. Severe weather first. Daybreak.
Welcome back, everyone. The time is 6:08 on this Thursday morning. Take a look at Storm Tracker. You know, if you spent any time outside yesterday evening, you may have noticed, especially in Redding and even the Red Bluff area, that there was some of that smoke off in the distance there off to the west. That's all thanks to the Buck Fire, which is right here, and we saw a bit of that wind shift. You'll see that here. You see how that smoke is kind of moving in the direction, in particular, around the Redding and Anderson area. Didn't really quite have an impact as far as the air quality, at least a big impact, but it looks like we will probably still, of course, see a lot of that smoke, especially around the Buck Fire area. And with that wind shift, that may bring in some more of that smoke later on today. There you can see this nice band of clouds right here off to our west. There's another weak disturbance behind that. This is in store for us on Friday. Tomorrow, it could bring us a chance for some coastal showers and some mountain showers as well, but it's very weak, and I don't expect it to bring us much in the way of rain. There you can see a low risk for severe weather for today, tomorrow, and to start off the weekend. And you'll notice this is the ridge of high pressure that's been over us this week, giving us these above average temperatures. It's beginning to move out and is being replaced by some cooler air, at least riding over that ridge, giving us those cooler temperatures. So for tomorrow, Saturday, even Sunday, I am expecting those temperatures to drop down into the mid-80s on average for the valley. And then it looks like that cooler air will continue to cool down to the south for Monday and even into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Now, one thing to keep in mind, too, this is all coming from due north, which is not a body of water, which means it's a fairly dry air mass. So any showers we do see in the mountains at this point look to be very light as we take you through next week. So here's your forecast for today. 79 for Neyland, 87 in Willow Creek. Take you up to the north with about 68 in Crescent City, 69 for Eureka, 81 for Trinity Center in Mount Shasta City, and Weaverville about 87. A high of 77 for Alturas and Bernie, topping out at 83. There's your forecast for the valley in the low 90s. South winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And once again, this will be the last time we will see 90s this week, as we'll drop down into the 80s by tomorrow, and we'll keep it that way through the weekend and even cooler going into next week. So plenty of sunshine, at least for the inland areas. We're starting the morning off with that dense fog along the coast, so just allow yourself a little extra time if you're going to work or getting the kids off to school.
Very good reminder. Thank you, Mike. Right now, the time is 6:10, and this morning, the world is reacting to news of the death of Playboy founder Hugh Hefner. We'll tell you what some celebrities had to say about how they'll remember him coming up on Daybreak.